Hey, welcome back. Sorry, it's been a while. I'm super busy with schoolwork at the moment, so that's why I haven't been uploading as many videos. I noticed something interesting after we just had this big rain event. Actually, the rain event's not even over yet. It's still going. But what I wanted to show you is the olive trees. Check it out. So these are the Crimean olive trees we've gotten. There's, specifically the Crimean ones. There's one here, and there's one over there. And then this one in the middle is, what are you? Arbequina. That's it. Yeah, so we got Arbequina in the middle. And then I believe this is Seascape. Yes, Seascape. And over there is Universal. That's not what I wanted to show you, though. The interesting thing that I noticed is the last... Oh, wow, these are turning. I haven't even looked at these yet. The last, pretty decent rain event we had was probably May. And it's almost October. So we're getting up there in the calendar year. And I only watered these twice. Twice I dumped a bunch of water on them. But the interesting thing was the fruit actually shriveled up on the tree. So it looked like a prune. And I noticed this a couple times when I watered them, because I went out here and I went, oh no, these are all going to fall off, right? Because they were all kind of like this, got this shrivelly texture on them. And on my other fruit trees, when that happens, or when the tree gets stressed enough that it's pulling water out of the fruit are toast, and it just dumps them overboard and gets rid of them. Weird. But the olive trees seem to not do that, which is interesting. So they have this adaptation, and I remember these ones for sure were shriveled up. They have this adaptation that they can, I guess, draw some water out of the fruit for a little while and just wait until the rain shows up, and then they can plump back up again. Very interesting. That's a really nice adaptation. Check out the fruit on Seascape, or actually Universal. It's pretty solid this year, I'd say. I'm actually eating some of the pickled ones of these from last year, and I actually noticed something not so great, which is that even though these, and I'm not sure which ones, even though these fruit look large, they also have really big seeds in them, which is unfortunate, because I thought that these were gonna, they were gonna have a better fruit to seed ratio. I don't think they do, but I'm not certain about that. Some of them are a little more plump than others, and I know for sure the Arbequina ones here are tiny, but they also have tiny seeds. So, I don't know. I might try looking for a different variety and try to graft a few more things on here, just to see if I can find one that has a better ratio. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. The ones I had last year, this thing was entirely seed, and there's this little thin piece of... I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a piece of leather wrapped around the seed. It was that tight. And maybe it's just because I don't water them enough. I don't know. But they were entirely seed. So maybe it's just because the tree is kind of getting going. They're still small. I'm not really sure. But I'm pretty sure I want to try a couple other varieties. Graft them on Arbequina, or maybe even Universal, because that one seems to have some pretty large seeds. And then just see what we can get. We're at the marginal edge of where olives will grow, so it's it's kind of a gamble of, when you're picking varieties, whether or not they're going to work out. Oops. Got some wood over here that fell over. Yeah, but check it out. Arbequina is basically... And I've noticed this about I've heard this from other people too. UC Santa Cruz, I think, said this, that olives will get into this very... they get into this every other year cycle. And it's they're persistent, and it's very hard to get them out of that. And the olive growers, they all know about it, and they said they even when they're separated by vast distances, they seem to sync up somehow. So I'm not sure if this year is like a boom year or a bust year, but Arbequina seems to be fairly consistent. I don't know. It looks okay. And then this other one that got set back, this seascape, it got set back a couple times over the years. It seems to be finally fruiting, which is cool. I saw a couple of them on there. Yeah, right here. So this one's got some big ones, and they're turning already. It's also got a couple small ones. I noticed they all seem to have the same behavior. They have like a couple small ones, a couple, mostly small ones, and then a couple big ones. Not sure if that's related to like the resources they're getting, or maybe how pollinated they were. I don't know. Like, you can see the difference right here. Like, this one's huge, and this one right next to it is tiny. I don't know. Olives are they're a learning experience for me. And then the other thing I've seen often is these like little BB size ones. I don't know what is up with that. Like, maybe these just didn't get pollinated. I don't know. They seem to do that every year. They make these little clusters of like little itty bitty ones. And I can probably find some of those on Arbequina too. Yeah, like right here. See these little tiny ones? And then right next to it, that one. Anyway, these are my observations. Take it or leave it. Hopefully they're helpful to you. I think it's really cool that these plants can dehydrate pretty heavily and then rehydrate and not drop the fruit. That's a really interesting and useful trait. Anyway, I'm going to get going, get back to things, and I'll see everybody later.